foot straight out to the side, and the hip is directly over the knee. Left arm up, and right hand in your hip crease, so down in your actual hip socket. Lay down on your leg. Press down through the knee, try and stand up tall with your heart right over your knee. Then exhale, I want you to imagine like your ribs are on a shelf, and you're just going to try and push down in that socket and reach over with your ribs, and then start to bend. Press down through the knee to reach up through heart and arm as you lengthen and bend. Parvritta. Gazing up under the arm, if that's okay on your neck. Slight smile as the eyes sort of soften. The breath flows in through the forehead. You can feel softening there as well. One more breath and just lengthen here with your inhale and round with your exhale with as much length as you can bring to it. We're going to breathe in strong to stand up from the knee, up through the heart, plant the hand, and reach the arm across. Feel to open across the chest, reaching the right foot and the right arm apart. Alright, and then we'll stand back up. Good. And then from here, we'll bring the knees together. Just a moment here in Shirshasana. So the big toe mounds press, the hands around the hips. You squeeze the big toe mounds behind you together, but the heels stay apart. Hands on your hips here and squeeze toe mounds, press down and out through your knees to lift your heart as you bend and lean back a little. So the bend back comes gradually. You are lifting the heart, and the bending is challenging you to lift your heart more. So keep bending and keep lifting. I'm going to pull the abs in to round forward for just a moment. From here, just press the tops of your hands into the mat, stretching the space between your shoulder blades slightly. Alright, and then standing up on your knees. Left foot out. Standing directly over the knee. Right arm up. And hand in your hip socket. So, down on your leg. Alright, this is a very therapeutic pose. Something about lengthening the spine while bending it laterally is really a beneficial movement for us. So press down into the socket and press down into the knee to get a lot of lift. That's what really transforms the pose. All the lift you can bring, the hinge from the knee, and then slow bend. Slow bend. And then you got to start breathing. You still are rooting through the knee and lengthening with every inhale. And the exhale is a moment of sort of release, but controlled release. And you can really feel this side body opening up. Parvritta. We'll slowly reach up. Plant the hand, bring the arm across the front of the body, open the heart, reach the arm and leg apart. Alright, and then sweeping forward. Okay, from here we're going to swing the feet out in front of us and take an extra moment right now to set up your blanket. So, often overlooked, the blanket is our greatest ally for forward folds. Okay, so setting it up so that there's like a tapered end. There's like one end that's rounded and one end that sort of has a little bit of a slant to it. This end is where you'll sit on the slant. The double fold is usually pretty helpful for most people. Okay, and then the next greatest ally is our strap. So the blanket unloads the tightness of the hamstrings, and the strap helps you use your back muscles, which are so powerful that we just never use them. And that all helps us stretch our hamstrings and really get the benefits of forward folding. Alright, so start with a little knee bend. And before you even fold it all, just like the other pose, we're going to sit here in Dandasana and activate. So Press down through your sit bones like you were trying to push that blanket backwards, like you're trying to push it back with your sit bones. And then pull on the strap and push into the strap with your feet, and you should feel your heart lifting. Pushing down and back with your sit bones, pushing forward through the feet, and then pulling on the strap. Should help you lift up. This is Dandasana. From here, the slightest bit of bend in your hips will really challenge you. So as you start to push that blanket back with your sit bones, it's like you're really trying to literally push it backwards with your sit bones to lift your heart and forward fold. We're going to keep our backs pretty flat for most of this forward fold. Trying to feel the navel drawing in and the heart not reaching forward, but more up. You might have to walk your hands on your strap. But you don't want them so much that they pull you forward. Alright, from here, drawing the navel into the spine and starting to round but slowly, and keep pulling those abs in towards the spine. This will protect our back and help us experience the forward fold with spinal flexion and hip flexion. This can be a little more restorative when you add the spinal flexion. I'm going to slowly unhinge up, finding a flat back to finish. And then slowly undo the strap. Great. Alright, so we're ready to put it all together for one of our final poses here. Actually, we'll need this strap, so keep it close. Parvritta Janu Shirshasana. Okay, so this is a forward fold with a twist. Literally a twist. It sort of sounds like, some people say like something with a twist. Alright, so it starts like this. I'm using this block, but you don't have to. So flex pointing the foot can be really helpful. If you know how to do that, you can flex the foot. The strap, let's go ahead and use the strap. So to use the strap, you'll have to make a little loop, which doesn't have to be perfect. Just anything that can help you grab a hold of the ball mount of your foot. Yeah, just a simple loop. Great. Alright, so you take the strap behind you, grab it with your other hand. Grab it with your left hand behind your back. The other hand stays on the strap. Now you can use both hands to help you sit up. Remember that feeling of Dandasana where you're really tall just a second ago? Find that same feeling. You got your strap, you got your sit bones pressing down just like before. And then exhale and find that twist that we've been working on all of class. You're twisting away from you feel your hips and ribs are twisting apart. You should feel this in the center of your body. Draw the navel in and really lengthen up as you twist. Keep the right hand on the strap, left arm up by your ear. Now remember that feeling of Parigasana where we really reached up through our spine and lengthened up. I want you to do that. Really root down to lift up and start to hinge at your hips. So it's like you feel your back very long as you're hinging over the extended leg. Take your time. Slowly the spine rounds. But you continually are lengthening it by rooting through the sit bones, by pulling on the strap to lift your heart. The gaze can be underneath the top arm, or it can be down at the floor. Remember, the work here is to lengthen. Don't worry about how far you bend. Try and feel that heart lifting as you're rounding. Okay, keep hinging. So nice to hear people breathing. We're going to come up slowly with a few breaths. So inhale starts to give you the power to lift up. Exhale as you sort of compose yourself. Another inhale gets you all the way up. Plant the back hand and keep the strap where it's at for now. Lift up the heart. Alright, we'll sit back down. Okay, so that was great. Let's do the other side and take our time just like we did for that one. So once you get set, you have the strap on one foot, you grab it with the opposite hand behind you. And then we have to start with our Dandasana, so the feeling of really sitting up straight. And so to get that feeling, you'll feel yourself really push that blanket backwards. Push that blanket behind you. Use your strap and lift up to your heart. Now with that, as much length as you can bring, start to twist away from the extended leg and root through your sit bones to do that. Again, slight smile here. You'll feel it's the same work as you're doing in your poses. The smile is a stretch for your heart. The poses are a stretch for your muscles. Your next inhale, you can lift the right arm up, press through your sit bones and lift through the heart, and try and hinge at your hips. That means keep your spine long as you can. As you hinge over the extended leg, slowly rounding with length. Let's bring a little more hinge into this. Oh, yeah. Now you can round a little bit. You just keep lengthening. That was what you needed. Good. Last breath or two. Your next inhale, take 2 breaths that slowly come up. Coming out about halfway. And then all the way. Plant the hand, sweep the arm, and lift the heart. Alright, slowly back to your seat. Bringing the soles of the feet together. You can undo the strap. Stay on your blanket. Well done. That was a really powerful asana to lead the whole class up to. So you did good. Big toe mounds are going to press together here. You can open the toes out wide and grab a hold of your feet. Pushing the toe mounds together to lift your heart. Keeping the heart lifting. Little hinge at the hips. And then we'll do the opposite. You can relax a little bit there. Grab behind the feet. You can pull in the feet to pull the abs in and round the spine as you round forward. And then just sort of relaxing